Dire pick. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
Windrender at your service.
Off the back of some excellent play from Resolutions in Volker. Game 2, Vega going to switch up their strat completely. They're going to go back for one of their niche picks in that support Lina for solo.
Yeah, I think they just wanted to go for a mid hero that has much more physical damage, much more carry potential. And that's like the benefit of having their first 4 heroes. They can switch around with their strategy so much. The Lina can be mid, can be support, Tusk can be support and they pick another offlaner, or they can do Tusk core like what they're doing now with the Lina. So we'll see whether their strat pays off for them, having the Wind Ranger in the mid position. I mean, it's again one of the common heroes that we see against SB when the opponent drops an SB. You want a mid hero that has an ability to save yourself, to get away from the charge.
Yeah, and certainly the hero to do so. So Vega's side, no one is going to be playing that Windrunner in the mid lane.
Over in the off
lane, they got the Devot. Sorry.
Yeah, already. Over in the offlane, Mag is going to pick up that Tusk, and Solo going to be on his support Lina. Sima, Captain, is up on the Dazzle. Pasha going to be playing the PL, and it's a pretty good situation for a PL in this one.
Yeah, for Empire side here on the Radiant, we have Funnick on the offlane, Spirit Breaker, we have Tiny handled by Hobos, Resolution will be on the mid lane, Shadow Fiend, No Fear on the Ancient Apparition, and finally we have Key or Aloha Dance on the Bane, which has, you know, the null again, like everyone has been doing this a lot. And overall, this laning setup is pretty much quite even. Like both teams trying to counteract what you're trying to do against my mid laner, so it'll be pretty much a wash. But if you compare the offlane, because Tusk is able to use the shards to actually block in some of the creeps, so overall I think Tusk will be getting a little more experience compared to the SB.
I agree with you. I feel like that's kind of the one difference in the lanes, and more or less strong lanes everywhere. Especially as soon as Dazzle returns to this top lane, so
and the other thing to note, No Fear has not found the sentry blocking the pull camp. Like as a support hero that requires a lot of levels, that is actually a huge deal for the support.
So yeah, that's going to be reliably blocking that up. Both trading a bit with Mag bot lane, did have to expend that self.
Funnick top lane gets a bash onto Solo and charge on him. So being really aggressive on the laning phase.
Feels like he can at this point, mid lane. Still just trading going on.
He's going to have his poor man shield on Funnick. Like, once he gets to that stage, he's going to be really strong in the lane versus his 2 heroes.
Yeah, a lot of base armor and HP on the Spirit Breaker. LSA is going to catch him, but Funnick feeling pretty good about himself at this point. Has that Mango, a couple of tangos left as well. Mid lane has yet to dissipate. Definitely both of these safe lanes have some serious kill potential once the Bane and the Dazzle return, but for now, Mag getting level 3 already on his Tusk, as you mentioned.
This is the benefit of the Tusk offlane, being able to make sure that he gets more experience with the shards, trapping the creeps in just like a clockwork. So we'll see whether the Tusk actually gets a lot of work done, because usually Tusk will rotate when he has level 3, level 4, and you try to get kills on the other lane. Even sometimes you sit in a lane till level 6, depending on how well you can actually get experience from the lane itself. But there's a lot of options open for Mag right now in this game, since he got so much experience.
Yeah, Tusk doing a lot of work for Empire in game 1, and Vega opting to give up the Radiant Shadow feed for him. Mid lane though, they're going to catch the Nightmare. There's a raise combo definitely possible here. Early one is there, and no one actually just going to stand and man up in order to avoid those other raises, and he will be able to bring down Resolution. One more kill. Freaky has the brain sap, but the Grave will be there in time. And they'll get Aloha Dance as well. Great start off in this mid lane for no one.
Didn't have enough mana for another brain sap there, so really unfortunate there for Empire. But well played by Vega. Very good rotations from the support, the captain, the Dazzle, Sima, securing themselves the first blood and an extra kill on the Bane and Mantle there.
Yeah, they've got this deep vision as well in the mid lane up on the cliff in order to notify them of any rotations coming in, so feeling very safe. And elsewhere, Funnick has been driven back to base, still level 2 on this Spirit Breaker, and Mag's gonna have a nice wave coming underneath, close to his tower.
Yeah, he's gonna be able to get a lot of experience. That's also another wave of creeps coming into him, so he's gonna be pretty happy about that. For like maybe getting him to level 4.5, close to 5.
Lane Havos farming very well though, 20 CS, and it's pretty much at equilibrium with Pasha's PL. Both safe laners going to find a lot here. Which one of these do you feel like gets active earlier, the Tiny or the Phantom?
Both can be very active early. I think the Tiny with the dagger obviously is much more potent in getting kills. But the other thing to note is like the Tusk is going to be much more effective for Vega, because he's been able to secure himself much more farm, much more levels, and so it'll be really tough for the SB to match that, I feel, in this game. So I think that would be the biggest, like you mentioned the carries, but I think the offlaners would be the biggest difference this game for both teams. Oh, Funnick, is he going to get scouted out?
In a bit of trouble here. He will walk out in a very inopportune time. They do not have the Poison Touch, and they won't catch the LSA, so he will be able to charge out. And it's on to the mid laner. They've seen the Dazzle top lane, but yeah, Funnick going to cancel it for now, as they can't get in range for a Nightmare.
Yep, so overall, the laning phase will be really passive once more. Everyone is just trying to get levels, and I think the Tusk will be the hero that's going to be making a huge difference soon. He's level 5, and you know it's very easy for him to get kills onto the Shadow Fin.
Resolution, speaking of which, mid lane in trouble. The Nightmare will keep no one from going for the power shot. He still will attempt it.
Try to get the power shot to finish off the Shadow Fin there.
Yeah, able to dodge it out. And Aloha Deads can be backed off a bit. He'll put a little bit of chip damage into this tower. Meanwhile, Funnick continuing to be zoned out top lane, and Dire even worse. Going to be pulling towards this large camp, denying him up some more experience. How's the stack situation going? Only the double stack right now. Paired in that Radiant jungle for Resolution, as the Bane for Aloha Dance has had to be pretty much present entirely for this first 5 minutes in mid lane.
Yeah, I actually expected him to maybe even get more from this lane. I didn't expect him to get zoned out so badly. So Vega controlling the safe lane very well with Alina getting the pulls and denying so much experience. So right now, Mag is level 5, so he's gonna try and maybe make a move soon onto the SF or even place a deep ward. He has a ward here, so he's running into the enemy jungle. Let's see where he places this ward. Maybe even able to get this solo kill onto Nofia. Nofia doesn't have boots.
He's able to shard him in, but feeling unsafe as he doesn't see anyone in lane by the creep. So expecting a rotation over from Havos, and we'll back out. It's going to be able to secure that regeneration route. Yeah, probably now will return, and as you mentioned, provide himself with some deep vision, so he knows when he can attempt those solo kills and when they can dive this Havos side.
Yeah, and Dazzle's trying to steal experience. They know Resolution is clearing stacks right now, and there's no means, for them to contest, but they're trying to get the best what they can. So they're trying to at least steal some experience.
There was a right click.
He's trying to get the last hit on.
Will not be able to secure that troll.
But he's still got so much experience.
Yeah, and almost going to be able to eclipse that level 5 mark on this Dazzle. You take a look at the levels across the board.
I don't
Seems to be favoring Vega, well, especially in terms of that offlane position.
Oh, Funnick, is he gonna get stunned?
He will get the charge off. He'll be able to TP out here. Should survive this one.
Oh, that was really, really well played by Funnick. Any wrong move that he would have just died.
Mid lane. Starting to recover in his farm. Resolution that's sitting on 48 CS.
He still has like another big stack on towards the right there, so he's gonna be fine. Like even though dying once, like this is the strength of the Radiant Shadow Fiend. I mean, yes, you can die, but you're always able to just catch up in the jungle farm. Oh, Shackle. No one gets the Shackle of the Resolution.
Yeah, they're gonna get the Poison Touch off as well, but Aloha Dance will be able to TP in and accompany his mid laner to ensure that the SF will survive for now. How do you feel about the bottle on Havos Tiny?
You need a mana item, so I think it's quite common that we see bottles on Tiny, even if you are safe laning. So I think it's good in his position. Even though I mentioned that the dagger is important, but you have to get like all those basic items so that you don't just run around with the dagger and you blink in, you get one combo off and you don't do much. Mid lane, we see Havos teleporting in as well. Is he going to be the casualty?
He's comboed up and tossed back. They have a brain sap, it's just a moment. Actually, no mana for it. They will get the shackle off, but Havos finds the kill. The power shot, though, is the return kill for no one. Havos in a little bit of trouble, but there's no mana onto no one. So he will be able to back out, and Havos obviously well
Mag, yes, his Morris punch, so he's going to be able to get the kill onto no, but is he going to be able to get out alive? That is the main question.
They have the close range raise as well, and yeah, toss up. They'll be able to bring him down. So overall, Ancient Apparition Bane go down and the Tusk.
And Havos gets himself 2 kills, so Dagger is going to be beat up by quite a bit here after going for the bottle and the treads on the Tiny.
Yeah, definitely a nice couple of engagements going Empire's way there. Funnick has been completely zoned out of his lane at this point, and did look to make that rotation bottom lane, but will base for now. Perhaps charge out to the top lane where Aloha Dance is trying to find some experience, and he's found quite a bit up to this point. Gonna have that Fiend's Grip shortly here.
Yeah, but yet again, like you mentioned, the most worrying part is the SB falling so far behind compared to the Tusk. And we'll see whether the Tusk is able to set up even more kills for his team. Like the A is a really easy kill for him if he can actually scout and find No Fear alone.
Most with 1,400 gold at this point. Smoke purchased up by the Dazzle top lane. Funnick gonna try and contest this stack a little bit, and not the best hero to do so in that Spirit Breaker, but he gonna catch a Lance. Pasha's low on mana, doesn't even have enough. He has a Mango though, this Doppelganger, so Funnick will feel okay to posture up in lane.
And here we go, the rotation coming in from Vega. They smoke up No One plus Seema together, trying to go towards the offlaner's lane to actually get a kill and pressure the enemy safe lane even more. With us getting so much levels, it's just such an easy kill if they catch Havos out of position.
They're gonna drop down a ward in the large camp as well for Seema's Dazzle.
Yep.
Try and disrupt some of the stacks, and he actually does so in a very timely fashion. Shackle is gonna catch the post here. Charge are gonna come out, they're gonna have the snowball, the Walrus Punch as well. He tosses him up beforehand, but the Walrus Punch will be there. The return kill is found by Freaky with that light brain sap, and has the Fiend's Grip available now. No one needs to be a little bit careful. Does have his Dazzle behind him. Shackle's gonna land though, and that's a dead Aloha Dance Bane. And 2 for 1 in the bot lane. No one gonna pick up both of those kills on his Wind Ranger, or one at least.
Yep, that was a really crucial move there by Vega. Slowing down the Tiny Swing. That is like the main tempo item that Empire is gonna need, which is the blink on Hover. So with that slowdown, it's gonna put Empire in a much more defensive posture for the next few minutes to wait for the blink.
There appears to be some sort of magic at work.
Charger not gonna catch Resolution, so no one not gonna open up there. Meanwhile, top tier 1 is being pressured in by Pasha and Solo, and there's nothing Funnick can do by his lonesome about this. They have no glyph available. It's gonna be dropped. They're gonna now queue it up. The charge onto Solo. The LSA will be there, but it's too early to bring down or to stun up Resolution. And 2 more right clicks, they'll get the kill. The Laguna Blade finished off the Spirit Breaker in the meantime, but Pasha's able to rotate out to safety, and they lose their tier 1.
That was worth it, so worth it for Vega.
Yeah.
1 for 1, they got the tower, they forced rotations. And Resolution is actually going for a Shadow Blade this game, so different direction rather than the mech that we usually commonly see on a Shadow Fiend on Radiant. He wants to use this to be able to catch out the PL and slow down his farm.
I guess it's not too bad if they're going for a Hobos Blink Dagger, a little bit more pickoff oriented, at least early on. Top lane though, they're going to find the Grip, Avalanche Toss combo. They'll get Pasha. There's no Laguna Blade here for Solo. And the Shackle not going to land onto Freaky. Funnick's coming through as well. He does not have the Nether Strike just yet. They will be able to bring down the Lina.
Yes, Nether Strike now.
And he does get the Nether Strike as the Lina drops. They'll get the Avalanche off. No one is down as well in this top lane. 3 kills going the way of Empire. And Funnick finally able to get active.
Yeah, and that would secure Hobos his dagger as well. This is really, really huge for them. Very good rotations once more from Empire, getting ahead this time around, getting the important dagger, getting 3 kills as well. That was also level 6 on No Fear. He got his Ice Blast that secured the kill too.
Yeah, so he's able to throw that up. Max can be scouted out bottom lane. Gonna catch one raise. We'll be able to shard off Resolution.
Oh, they have the Shadow Blade on Resolution now, so let's see whether they can use the first Shadow Blade
scouted out.
again. Is it?
Yeah, Dire Ward.
No, but they don't see the completed Shadow
Blade. They don't see it coming in. So yeah, he hasn't yet to deliver it. Mid lane though, they are gonna find a kill. On to Pasha. Looks like just the Avatos combo coming out.
Yeah,
the Bane setup.
They just noticed the blink from Hobos. This is getting tough. PL died twice in a row, like slowing down his farm immensely. And he's going for Diffusal Blade as well, like the early Diffusal Blade. He's not focusing on farming, which we usually see the Boots of Travel to more, farming orientated type of play. So this is worrisome for Vega.
Must I repeat myself?
He's gonna get caught out here, it seems. No one will be able to land the Shackle. He gets the Nightmare off though. They toggle it, however, and the Laguna Blade will secure him a kill. Ice Pat's gonna come through. It's gonna connect onto Seema and Solo. But
here comes the Shadow Fiend.
Yeah, rotation in. Avalanche onto 2. Toss up. 1 is down. Seema gonna have to be forced for the self-defensive grave, and he should fall as well. Nicely plays Shackle though from no one. Beautiful from the Wind Ranger. Shards are gonna keep Resolution at bay for now, but the blink is up from Hobos. Jump forward, toss is going to bring down the Dazzle. And now no one in trouble. He still holds on to the Avalanche. One more raise. That'll finish off the Wind Ranger as well. Pasha in a little bit of trouble. Has the Doppelganger available. Funnick going to come through. He's not able to dodge it. The raise is there. The Nether Strike. And they'll finish him off. Shards come through. Mag with the Walrus Punch will find a return kill onto Hobos. And now Solo coming back, but he has no Laguna Blade available. 3 heroes down from Vega. They need to be careful not to chase too far forward. Lovely play from Hobos. They're holding on to the Avalanche as he brings down Seema, and he's able to use it to net a kill on no one.
Yeah, Hobos has been using his spells and initiations so well so far after picking up the blink, doing so much work for his team. Even though he has to die, but that's such a good play. They got so much off from that kill.
Yeah, Resolution, 2 elements of his Sange already after picking up that Shadow Blade freshly. Funnick top lane, he's gonna run through Solo here perhaps. Does connect on him, will stop the charge, needs a bash. Gonna pop the Empowering Haste, tries to dodge the LSA, nicely placed by Solo. Laguna Blade will be there as well, but now Resolution coming through. One big right click, brings down the Lina, and the Doppelganger through the Nightmare is on the wrong target, or toggled off at least. Resolution gonna have the Nightmare onto himself, and the Shackle will come through. They'll probably just sack the Bane here. No one trying to find Resolution as well. Won't be able to do so.
Oh, that was a really big mistake though by Resolution. It cost his team his life. He actually thought the illusion that was actually the real hero. Pasha actually toggled the sleep on the right hero to the illusion, and I think Resolution just did not notice that. And he went for the illusion, he got slapped, and he forces his team to actually try that. The support had to give up his life to actually save him.
Radiant's middle
Radiant
tower
Vision
is under attack.
does scout out Pasha here. And they have Hobos nearby with Resolution perhaps baiting in lane.
Oh, the charge is coming
Radiant's middle tower is
There's the shards to come out. Resolution's gonna run back with his Shadow Blade. Jump forward. Avalanche onto 3. The toss is there too. Defensive snowball keeps a little bit of them safe, but the Ice Blast still connects. Requiem coming through. Pasha, will he be able to shatter here? No, he'll make it out.
Oh my god,
but they get
Hobos
2 kills.
It's just making so many plays for him. Again, such a good initiation from Hobos with the blink. Avalanche tossing to 3 heroes there.
Bot lane, Solo's in trouble as well. Funnick, Nether Strike dodges the LSA. No, he does connect with the LSA. And that'll force him to back out as no one does TP in, but they're not going to find the Spirit Breaker once again. Forced out a rotation from no one, and after a really good start from this Wind Ranger, 2-0-3, he's 3-2-5, and only 2 elements of the Aghanim's, still 1,000 gold away from that.
Yeah, this Tiny just like break apart the momentum from Vega. Like ever since the first rotation at top he made, without the dagger, he gets like 3 kills, gets the dagger, and continues to make so much room and space for the rest of the team. Like, look at how farm resolution is because of Hovos making so much space. He's like almost complete his SMY with the Shadow Blade. This guy's just huge right now.
Pasha could be in trouble here. Grip, not going to be there just yet. And nicely played by Pasha. Just able to the Ice Blast coming through though. It's going to connect onto 2. And the Laguna Blade comes out. He's still got a Brain Sap and a Grip if he wants to turn, but feeling only having the 2 heroes present are going to play it safe.
Yeah, we mentioned a lot about how much the Tusk would influence the game, but unfortunately Hovos has just overtaken the whole game for his team, putting his team in such a commanding lead right now. And we see a charge onto Mag.
Bot lane.
But he doesn't have the Nether Strike, so just
run into no one mid lane, but double damage rune on this Wind Ranger. The easiest target to be opening up.
He just wants to finish his SMY, like, go back to base for mana, and try to go for Fake Off after. He has his ultimate now, so we'll be looking to get a high priority kill with the Shadow Blade Vacuum in the next few minutes.
Yeah, game looking really good for Empire at this point. All that they have lost in the laning stages, more or less, been equalized. Funnick looking good at this point, in addition to...
It's more than equalized. They have such a huge lead right now.
And he'll have the mechanism fairly soon for his side. Still no Diffusal Blade. In fact, he's gone for the Yasha for Pasha's side. So very underfarmed for the PL, considering that he had more or less free farm in that top lane. And Hovos will TP into this bottom lane now. Perhaps assemble for a push underneath Resolution.
Yeah, they're just gonna be free to take whatever tower they want, like whatever they want. And Vega just has no power to actually defend the towers. They have to go for trades, split push, get more farm. They are in no position to take a head-on engagement right now against Empire.
This should be pretty much uncontested, this bottom lane tower. They'll try and nuke down the wave, but will be unsuccessful in doing so. Resolution going to clean up.
They do have pretty good wave there though. Wind Ranger, Dragon Spade, Eye Shots. So they have the lineup to actually buy a lot of space and time for the PL. But we'll see, will it actually be enough for Pasha to come online?
It would appear
600 gold, roughly.
Yeah, even if Pasha comes online, Hovos is going to already have his second
attack. And probably soon after, something like an AC or a Moon Shard. So it's definitely looking grim.
Yep, and SB is also going for an early Vlad to make the Tiny even stronger in team fights. So this is looking really, really good for Empire right now. Even though they do not have a mech or Shadow Fiend, but because he went for the Shadow Blade, securing him some key kills, Empire in a really, really good position. Yeah.
5-man smoke. Gonna do a little D1 on the cliff move, as well. And
oh no, is he gonna be able to break the smoke? Get out.
Aloha Dance, yeah, he's a little bit far to the east. And they're gonna Ice Blast through, it'll connect onto 3 heroes.
They'll probably still try for it though, since
they're smoked.
Yeah, they're gonna go for it. The Focus Fire should be able to actually get it out, so really, really good play once again, and decision making from Vega.
Solo kind of baiting bot lane, but Hovos is gonna TP in, and this is definitely worth it for Vega if they just lose a Lina for the win.
They just saw Funnick driving by. Take it for the team,
Yeah, definitely worth it for Vega side. But now they're down numbers by the pit here.
They might lose this engagement regardless.
Requiem Wave's gonna come out and connect only onto no one. And Mag is gonna get the snowball through, but the Ice Blast coming through will connect on the Seema, and Pasha will be able to dodge it with the Doppelganger. Get the Dazzle down. No one's gonna fall as well. Gripped up. And it looks like PL with the Aegis will be able to make it out. They lose 2 heroes and the Lina earlier on. But yeah, definitely a play it feels like Vega needed to make at that point.
Solo even bought back for that fight. Oh dear, that was actually worse than I expected.
Dire's middle
It didn't feel like he could get there with the tier 1 being down.
Dire's
So a little bit of a peculiar buyback coming out from the Lina there, but
he was just like really worried that his team might just lose the fight there and game would have been instantly over against the Tiny with Aghanims.
Despite the Aegis being in the hands of Vega, Ranger on the sidelines, and tier 2 going to be a little
to use to siege the base.
He does so much damage already being this far ahead that
Yep.
certainly don't want to tank a Laguna
Yeah,
Blade.
but the other item that I would like to see is probably I think Pipe would be pretty useful against that lineup, but they don't really have a good hero to actually get the item. Like SB is not really a good carrier for it, but we'll see a charge
I don't
from
mean
Panic
to
onto
be
Sayoma here.
alarmist, but Dire's bottom tower
Just
is
cancel that
under
for now.
attack.
And just ensure that there's no one around to take this tier 2.
Just gonna
Dire's
give
bottom
resolution his
tower
BAB
is
if he
under
wants to.
attack.
So
Strange to say,
every hero on
Radiant's
Empire is
middle
just
tower
getting
is
all their
under
important
attack
items up right now.
if that's the proper
It's
term
just
for it.
the decision you have to make right now. Do we wait for the next Roshan, or we try and do
I don't
something
mean
as
to
soon
be
as the Aegis of
alarmist,
Hacha expires?
but
They have the
Dire's
Glimmer Cape for
bottom
initiation
tower
here
is
for Aloha
under
Dance and
attack.
level 2 grip as well. So if someone shows themselves bot lane, it's certainly possible for them to re-engage here. Midas is up, as well as 2 components of the Aghanims on No Fear. So yeah, everyone, as you mentioned, slowly getting towards that critical mass. Top lane solo once again going to show himself in lane. He'll be able to TP up.
I think they basically have what they need, like all the important items. At this point, you just want, for safety reasons, you just want to wait for the next Aegis. But still, I feel they're super strong right now with the BKB on resolution. They're really, really powerful. Even with the Vlads on Panic as well, it was such an excellent pickup for their team to be able to finish the game right now.
Yeah, they're going to fly out the BKB and just keep the wave shoved in until that's delivered here. Mag off, split pushing in the off lane, but still a tower there, and he's not the
they
biggest
actually
split
need
push
Mag
presence.
back to defend the base probably, like to spam the wave up.
So,
This is tough. This is looking really tough. Like even with the Aegis doesn't mean a whole lot for Vega right now.
we'll get right underway after this pass.
How many buybacks do they have? Like Winrunner has buyback.
It's only the Tusk and the Wind Ranger at this point.
Oh, top lane Mag just gonna get run down. Oh dear. Things are getting from bad to worse for Vega.
30 seconds on the sideline and about a minute on the Aegis as well for Pasha. As you mentioned before, more or less negligible, but just gonna hang around the pit, look for someone from the Aegis. Not gonna find it just yet. And Dire Vision will scout him out briefly, exiting the pit, but they won't be able to make a move on him. He does have that egg in up, has had for a little while now. With the BKB up on resolution, look for them to assemble towards his mid lane. And will bring him down. The Requiem comes out from the Bulls. But yeah, Vega understand the situation, the safe base. They'll call GG. Empire, after a very close to game 1, will take a convincing game 2.
MVP of this game, no doubt, for both.
Yeah.
He's made such good rotations with his team, good initiations after getting the blink, and I mean, not to take anything away from